se escucha hasta el cielo esta pasión. Esta noche escribimos la historia. Suena la campana, ya llegó el momento. La adrenalina corre con el viento. Miles de voces cantan al compás. Una sola fuerza que no caerá jamás. Las luces brillan sobre la ciudad. La emoción se siente en cada lugar. Aquí los sueños cobran realidad y los valientes buscan inmortalidad. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada pensador. Somos los reyes del ring, el mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir, la gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome. Let me fix my background. My word. Dios mío. Alrighty, so let's go, people. So, welcome to the stream. Hola, mucho gusto. Bienvenido, Rastrendino. Wwe Lucha Libre Aaa. Unio 13 2026. So we'll be doing this watch along. Thank you to everybody that has tuned in and those who will be watching this as we edge closer. So of course, there's about an hour and 57 minutes to go before the start of AAA for June 13, 2026. Unio 13 2026. So we'll see what happens as we get closer to that. But yes, we have about an hour to go. So I'm going to be looking at what has been slated. Let me not waste any time and just go into discussing what is to come as well. So let's see what we can do here to ensure that we get the best results in terms of that. So let's see what we can do here. So, all right, so we have this coming up. So these are the matches that are going to be taking place. So as you can see, this is from the WWE website. It says Lucha Libre Aaa preview, June 13, 2026. So it says on Saturday, Lucha Libre Aaa will stream at 10 ET, 7 PT on Fox in Latin America, and YouTube and Facebook everywhere else. So you can head over to WWE YouTube channel if you want to see it. This is strictly a watch along. It's there from the get-go to inform you. There's no misleading, there's no deceptive practices being done here. This is strictly a watch along. It's in the title. I'm going to be doing a watch along, giving my reactions. You will not be able to see it or hear it here. I am not misleading anybody. This is strictly a watch along where I'm going to be showing my reactions, and you will be hearing what I'm saying about what I am seeing. But if you want to see it, you go strictly to the YouTube channel of WWE. There's no deceptive practices being done here. We're not spamming. We're not trying to mislead anybody. We are strictly doing what we're intended to do, which is to do a watch along where my reactions will be seen, and that is all that you can see. If you click on it for any other reason, that's your fault. This is strictly a watch along, and this is in the title. and it's being specified that this is strictly a watch along. Thank you very much. So, that being said, let me go over to discussing this now. So, let me fix this layout. All right, so cool. All right, so as you can see, the first thing that we see here, it says 6-man tag team match: Los Vipers versus La Parca, Octagon Junior, and El Fiscal. So we're gonna see this 6-man tag team match taking place, and let me read what they have here. So this, and we also have next 2-on-1 handicap match. We have Galino versus Golden Jacket and Galio. That is what we will also be seeing take place as well. So that is the next thing. As we know, and then of course we have this. We have the Triple A World Mixed Tag Team Championship match. Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice, who's also the champion of NXT, versus Joaquin Wild and La Hidrera. Or Hydra. So we're gonna see that take place as well. So these are the three match, that will be taking place, or has been confirmed to take place tonight in about an hour's time. Once more, thank you very much to those who have tuned in, who have decided to show support to the stream. Much appreciation to all of you. Thank you very much for your support. It goes a long way. We have to be rebuilding due to some circumstances that were beyond my control, but we move on, we proceed, and we continue in the journey once more as we go again in our suits or pursuits, I should say, of success on the wrestling world. We'll see what happens there. So, yeah, let's see what will happen here. So, let's see if I'm missing anything. Am I missing anything? I highly doubt that I am, but we also have a lot of things to discuss otherwise. I'm going to go on to X. I know this is supposed to be about Triple A. However, I would be doing a disservice if I didn't mention other things that have taken place as well. So I must ensure that I do that as well. So, yeah, let me just quickly head over to X and share what I am seeing take place at this very moment. So just bear with me, guys. Let me just quickly do this. Sorry, just bear with me, guys. Just trying to ensure that I get this thing shared to people as well. So just bear with me. Let me just do that as well. Um, okay, so we should be in business now. I hope, at least, that we'll be in business. I really hope so. So let's see. Thank you to the person that is also watching on Twitch. We're also streaming on Twitch. So thank you very much for doing so as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciation to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do follow if you are new. This who is this? This is LRWW1. Thank you very much. Do follow. Give us a follow as well. We're trying to grow here on Twitch as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys deciding to tune in here. So we have 3 people watching on Twitch. Thank you very much for tuning in on Twitch. We're also, yeah, so win Mr. Iguana. Hopefully Mr. Iguana will win for sure. But we're seeing it here. So thank you very much for tuning in here as well. Much appreciation to you. Do drop a follow to us on Twitch. And for those who are watching on YouTube, do follow us on Twitch. We're also streaming on Twitch as well. We're doing multi-streaming at this very moment. So thank you guys so much for tuning in as well. So yes, we're trying to get some more followers here. So please ensure that you follow. We have 0 followers on Twitch right now, but we have people watching on Twitch. Drop a follow on Twitch first, please, so we can get closer to our targets there as well. But yes, thank you very much. So let me go back to what I was saying. I said I was going to go on to X to see what's being said here, but then I got distracted by something else. So let me just do this quickly. So this is in regards. This is more so SmackDown related, but I have to speak about it anyways because it's still WWE. Triple H is now a part of WWE, so I'm gonna just quickly do this as well. So let me zoom in on this. So it says WWE's upload of Jey Uso qualifying for the King of the Ring on last night. Okay, that should be semifinal. On last night's SmackDown currently has more dislikes than likes on YouTube. So according to this, there is 10.6 thousand likes or 10,600 likes. And well, at the time of me reading this, it is, and then it says 41,400 dislikes. That's crazy. The majority of the comments are criticizing WWE's booking of LA Knight and Finn Balor as well. So it says haters can stay mad. We're winning King of the Ring and fighting for the WWE title at Slam. Warning shot. It says the 41,000 dislikes are the sound of the bubble bursting. Roman Reigns isn't there to carry the promo. The bloodline isn't here to do the heavy lifting. Jay has a catchphrase, but he doesn't have the singles credibility. The Yeet train is heading off a cliff, and this video is the derailment. Sounds AI to me, but okay. It says, I think this is one of the worst booking decisions so far. I wasn't expecting Jey Uso to win. I expected Finn Balor or LA Knight to advance. Like, why does Jey need to advance? I like Jey Uso, but at the moment, I don't think he deserved this win. And we have Wrestle Curator saying, no, it makes sense why Jey Uso has been posting non-stop on socials. He found out that day he's the top pick for that fatal 4-way match. This says, Jey winning is complete BS. Why is LA Knight always on the receiving end when they decide Jey should win something? Jey lapping it up. He got the keyboard warriors mad. This time, LOL, yeet. And I agree with that assessment. Finn and LA would be good champs if Chips would use more than 4 people. Finn was a champ but never got a reign because of injury. They don't care about social media dislikes because this is happening for years now. And if they did, they would have listened to the fans. It's crazy to see Jay's fall from grace due to his booking. That's so funny. Fall from grace. That's Ubafemi related in terms of that. Anyways, no she's it's 2015. Roman Reigns all over again. Should never have been Jey Uso winning. I hope they continue to show the IWCs, the only entertaining thing going right now. This Shield was botted just like Cody's win over Drew. Or does this only work for certain people? Good. F them and yeet, man. LOL, okay. The IWC's dumb AF. That's why YouTube hides dislikes. The WWE's obsession with that demographic is annoying. And of course, we see, meanwhile, he literally posted this. He knows LOL. Man, y'all love me. Just how the internet reacts when Jey Uso wins anything. Ah, shit. Not this dislike bullshit discussion again. This decision to have Uso eliminate Cena on that Royal Rumble has ruined, bro. everything he's done since mortifies the IWC. So yeah, I mean, people don't like people don't like Jey Uso, which is, I guess, okay. Nobody really cares, do they? I don't think anybody really cares about that, and I don't think that, as this person rightfully said, I don't think they care about what the IWC has to say. To be honest, I don't think they care, and why should they care? Like, why should they care? Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I wasn't expecting Jey Uso, but hey, I mean, let's do something unexpected. Why does it? I don't know. The hate that he gets is crazy, though. I don't know, man. People hate Jey Uso, and it's so funny. He's hated, and it's actually very funny to me that they hate him. you know. But yeah, man. I mean, so be it. You can appease everybody. Some people love him, some people hate him. Like, why does it really matter what they think? To be honest, you know, if it wasn't them, people were gonna say, "Oh, it should have been this." And yeah, people who are fan of Jey Uso and they don't care about it. But then you'll also have people who do care. So like, why does it really matter? To be honest, you can appease everybody. I'm not a big fan of Jey Uso. I think it's kind of overdue, but he's being pushed in an unnecessary way. But yeah, I mean, who cares, man? Who actually gives a crap? Nobody cares, to be honest. To be honest, like, why? Anyways, let's move on. Let us move on from that, people. All right, so right, sorry, just bear with me, guys. Let me just quickly do something. Just trying to ensure that everything is working the way that I want it to be working. Um, yeah, so just bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let me just quickly do this. Um, all right, so let me see what else there is because I can't just be stuck on this one thing. This is about AEW. I don't really care about that. So let me go for look. Let me look up Lucha Libre and see what they have over here. Of course, they still have the Noche de los Grandes graphic as their background. Yeah, but that's what they have there. Fair enough. I know for a fact that that was an incredible show. Absolutely incredible show. It was for sure. Just ensuring everything's set up. So let's go back to this and let me stop talking garbage. So we have this. Let me scroll down to here. So the mission is clear. Galen coming for the victory. Upright, some they'll skip it. There's a mixed Barca, El Fiscal, and Octagon Junior versus Los. Okay. They're listing what is going to be there. They're going to be Octagon La Parca, El Fiscal, and Octagon Junior versus Los Vipers, Galino versus two rivals. Today on Triple A in Fox, APN on Fox and Fox One, South America, except Brazil on YouTube Fox. Okay. Everyone tries it, but can you catch the balloon? I don't care about the balloon. Today's a very special day as we celebrate the birth of my brother. Okay, LIC, I don't know if that's like Antonio Pena, the man who revolutionized sports, father of modern professional wrestling, and member of the Hall of Fame, Lucha Libre. Yeah. So we have amazing scouting too, and still, Ray Phoenix makes history and retains the Lucha Libre Cruiserweight Championship on SmackDown. Yeah, that was on SmackDown on Friday. Yeah, as well, 100%. But then we have this. So the Mask of El Gran Americano using Triple Noche de los Grandes is available in a Fanatics auction to support Dr. Sonraz, acquire unique memento, and help bring smiles to those who need of it more. So that was yesterday when they were saying that the El Gran Americano mask is on auction. So Ray Phoenix is willing to defend the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship everywhere, and that was on SmackDown as well. So own a piece of Lucha Libre history. That's what is also there. Then we have this, and still Ray Phoenix makes history. Already saw that already. That they just keep it. So it said big congrats to it's from the Undertaker saying big congrats to Ray Phoenix MX on successfully defending the AAA Cruiserweight Championship and proudly representing Lucha Libre Aaa. So we have this now. So this is Marvilla stop Loda Vice attack at just the right moment. Interesting. This Bailey made her presence felt at Marvilla. That's from before. There's Tope de la Catalina. You see that there. Then we have take home a piece of history. That's the El Gran Americano mask. I've already mentioned that. It says bid now. There's so much repetition about what is already there. Today we're bringing a big American mode. I sing and don't cry. Okay, we see that's from El Gran Americano. Then we see Los Vipers versus La Palca, Octagon Junior, and LS Fiscal. Saturday Triple R and Fox, 8 p.m. on Fox and Fox One, South America, except Brazil on YouTube Fox. You see that as well. It says Mexico goal. This was the reaction from Los Vipers. So they're talking about the World Cup when Mexico quit. Hey Mexico, what if let's go all out. And his from El Gran Americano. We see La Hydrera wants the Triple R and a Triple R mixed tag team championship back, and for that she'll have Joaquin Wild as her partner against Loda Vice and Mr. Iguana. Don't miss Triple R in Mexico and Central America this Saturday at 8 p.m. on Fox 1 and Fox. Sabado, 8 p.m. Fox. A brand new episode of 6 Feet Under is right there. Yada yada yada. It says this has turned into something personal between La Hedera and Loda Vice. Interesting. We see that. So it says Merida, we're just days away from meeting. Don't miss out on the excitement of Lucha Libre Triple A. Buy your ticket right now. That's about this is for Unio Benti, say 7 p.m. Fox, Sabado, as we know. It says a little brush up and let's fight. We speak about that. Yada yada yada. Galino in action, Saturday Triple A in Fox, 8 p.m. on Fox and Fox One. South America, we speak about this, except Brazil on YouTube Fox. So we see this here. We have dos contra uno. So 2-on-1 match, handicap match. Golden Jacket and Galio versus Galino. Then we have the pure fire in the photo shoot. Bailey. We see that there. We see this is Chad Gable. I would like to take this time to wish a speedy recovery to Octagon Jr. and thank him for his hard work and dedication to Lucha Libre. We know you'll be back better than ever, and we look forward to having you return to the locker room. So, of course, Octagon Jr. suffered an injury in the past as well. All right, so that is that, let me go over to this again so we can look at this. We still have about 1 hour and 35 minutes to go before this even starts. So we have a long way to go. Let me see if there's okay. So nothing on Twitch, and that's okay. I'm gonna be taking a short break. I will be back. I just need to get something to hydrate myself, but I'll be back in just a few.
Que se escucha hasta el cielo esta pasión. Esta noche escribimos la historia. Suena la campana, ya llegó el momento. La adrenalina corre con el viento. Miles de voces cantan al compás. Una sola fuerza que no caerá jamás. Las luces brillan sobre la ciudad. La emoción se siente en cada lugar. Aquí los sueños cobran realidad y los valientes buscan inmortalidad. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo. Nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada canción. Somos los reyes del ring. El mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir. La gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará. Cada máscara guarda una verdad, historias de lucha y de dignidad. Generaciones que vienen detrás, manteniendo viva la identidad. El rugido crece, se siente vibrar, como un trueno que no va a callar. La arena completa se pone a cantar, porque sabe que algo grande va a pasar. Vamos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo. Nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada canción. Somos los reyes del ring. El mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir. La gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará. Se siente la fuerza en el aire. Una noche para recordar. Que retumbe toda la arena. La historia acaba de empezar. Somos los reyes del ring, dejando la vida. Nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, haciendo más fuerte esta tradición. Somos los reyes del ring. El mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir. La gloria pasión. Esta noche escribimos la historia. Suena la campana, ya llegó el momento. La adrenalina corre con el viento. Miles de voces cantan al compás. Una sola fuerza que no caerá jamás. Las luces brillan sobre la ciudad. La emoción se siente en cada lugar. Aquí los sueños cobran realidad y los valientes buscan inmortalidad. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo. Nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada canción. Somos los reyes del ring. El mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir. La gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará.
All right, people. All right, people. All right, people. All right, people. So, okay, let me take this off full screen. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that has been updated. Let's see. Right, so AEW is taking place. I'm kind of in a situation where I feel like I should have done AEW instead of probably done AEW, then do this as well, since Collision is always an hour long, and then just do the other stream. But we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, I am very much dejected right now. Honestly, this is to have to start over. It's very annoying. I gotta be honest with you. It really is annoying. But it is what it is. You know, YouTube fought against me, and now I'm in this situation all over again. Anyways, we move on. I'll be back again. Just try to see if there's anything else. There's nothing at the moment, so I'll be back again. Bear with me, guys.
Las luces ya comienzan a brillar, se siente el fuego en cada lugar, la multitud no deja de cantar, esta noche nadie va a parar. Máscaras al cielo, corazón de campeón, cada paso retumba dentro de la arena y la pasión, historias que se escriben con sudor y convicción, la gloria está esperando en esta gran celebración. Y cuando suene el rugido de la gente, sabremos que llegó el momento. Lucha, 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 sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral, somos el orgullo de una tradición. llame a la puerta, ningún guerrero se da vuelta. Lucha, 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 sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral. Somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón. Lucha, 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 sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda en cada canción. La arena vibra ya, nadie nos detendrá. La historia vivirá por siempre, por siempre. Lucha, 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 sin final, que retumbe todo México y más, bajo una sola voz, una pasión. Somos eternos en esta celebración. Lucha, 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 sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda en cada canción. La noche apenas comienza. ¡Que viva la lucha libre! Las luces ya comienzan a brillar, se siente el fuego en cada lugar, la multitud no deja de cantar, esta noche nadie va a parar. Máscaras al cielo, corazón de campeón, cada paso retumba dentro de la arena y la pasión, historias que se escriben con sudor y...
Alright, people, so I'm back briefly, just trying to see if there's anything else. There's nothing else to talk about right now. So this at this very moment, I'm in a dark place. So this is from NXT's in terms of the ratings. Yeah, oh crap! So I need to do something before I let the place burn down. Let me do something. So my apologies, man. My apologies. Just had to fix something quickly. So I didn't. I ensure. I did, so I ensured that I didn't end up burning down the place. Okay. Let me take this off full screen. So we have an hour to go before the start of Triple A Lucha Libre. Triple A. Uh so we have a lot of time to spare in that sense. Trying to see if I can get this thing to go up though, but it's not at all. Um, hmm. Excuse me. So, um, see if there's anything else. All right, so 76 minutes to go before the start of this. So I'm gonna just quickly just play something for the time being, and I'll be back. Right there. Yes, let us unravel the curtains. Let us pull the curtains and let us divulge into this insightful show that is in store for the audience. So, I'm going to be asking you at random some questions, to help you because obviously, anybody that's watching this, you can obviously tell that I'm not that old to have much of a solid remembrance of it, or even to have existed then to say that okay, first hand account I would have seen this. So why not bring in the seasoned veteran, the 60-year-old Montreal Fiend, to help, to reflect on a very exciting, exciting and insightful. Two words coming together in my head at the same time.
A very dark
But
night. A very dark night.
yeah, yeah, indeed. So let's start with that. Let's just go into the screw job itself. What happened in the screw job? Let's just start there. As you just said, it was a extreme night. So, what exactly happened during that match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels? And how did the crowd react, you'd say?
Wow. So where do I start, So first of all, I think it will be very important for me to tell the modern audience and whoever is watching, and of course we know from the analytics a lot of people are tuning in, watching, and thank you for the support. So this is very important before we dive into it, right? Because if someone is not aware of it, of course, because they are younger, they were not there or they have not heard about it. So if we just go and analyze, in my opinion, I think they will perhaps think that this is a storyline that we are talking about, just like every other wrestling thing that we talk about or will talk about. So this is not a storyline at all. There's no storyline attached to it. So this is 100% or even beyond that, 101%, just to give an idea, real, like real. It's not a storyline. It's a real life event. That's why it's so shocking. So yes, having said that, to give the perspective, to give the idea to the audience, um, Montreal screw job. Like you asked me to just give you a brief overview, and of course, when you ask questions, so we can answer specifics. So it all came about. Of course, we'll talk because if I just go and answer, it will be just in one go. So I'm sure you will. You have different questions related to it. So it. So I'll just go to the end rather than the start because the next question will take the whole journey. If I start from here, then it will be difficult to maintain the flow because it's an open-ended question, right? So the Montreal Screwjob. First, let's start with the end. First, let's start with the end. And with the end, I mean, what's Montreal Screwjob? What's the definition? If you go and check the definition 101, so it's an event. It's Survivor Series 1997. Bret Hart, WWE champion, versus Shawn Michaels, and the finish was forced. Like Bret Hart was not told, right, that he will lose this match. Bret Hart was told that there will be a disqualification and he will retain the title. There will be an outside interference and he will retain the title. But the insiders, which of course we'll discuss as we progress, decided privately that they will screw Bret the Hitman Hart from the championship. Why they did that? What transpired? Of course, I'm sure you have spicy questions related to it. So it's so important, I think, for me to first tell, as I already explained, what's it's real. It's not a storyline, and it's best to start with the end. That's why told the audience that Bret the Hitman Hart did not know, or I mean, knew like every other wrestling match, but the result was something else. The result was a shocker, and he was screwed in real time, in real life, from the title by a few chosen men. Yes, Ty, are you there?
I am here. I was having some mic issues. Anyways, all right. So yeah, so you basically gave the overview of what transpired, and I think for any of the younger fans, myself included, of wrestling, this is something that I'm sure you must, if you're actually a true fan, and that's not to say that if you don't know about this, you're not a true fan, but this is something that has been mentioned. And I don't want to really touch on the fact that it's been mentioned a lot because one of the questions does touch on that. But this is something that is historic. It's something that it's often mentioned quite a lot. And as I said, I wasn't alive at that point. I wasn't even a thought yet. But probably giving away my age. But in the sense of all of that, it does give you that sense that you know it wasn't a storyline. It was literally, as the name says, a screw job. So when people hear of Montreal screw job, like, whoa, what's screw job? What are you talking about? But when you realize that literally Shawn Michaels would have been viewed as being screwed out of this match, um, that's literally the case when it comes on to this. But yeah, back to the question I would have asked. You touched on it. You mentioned it. The fact of what the aftermath of it was. The fact that the result went in a way that it wasn't expected. It wasn't expected that he was going to lose, but that's what transpired. So I mean, thinking about the screw job and then thinking about where it happened as well, it made me wonder: was it a case where because he in this context is Bret Hart, because he's in Montreal and Montreal is obviously in Canada, was that the reason why they wanted? Because he's in a place that it's in Canada. Canada. Was that the case? I don't know what you think.
Oh, that's why we are doing the show and trying to clear the narrative and some of the narrative that is out there, speculation. So that's my job to clarify and to give the real picture to the audience. No, 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 not at all. A lot of people, not a lot. I think there's a very small section of analysts and journalists and insiders who say that. I think it's not even 10%, but they are there, 8 to 10%, who put the blame on Bret Hart that because, as you said, he's Canadian, he was so big at that time, it was in Montreal, in Canada. So he didn't want to lose to I'm saying he didn't want to lose to Bret Hart, to Shawn Michaels. So no, not at all. No, it's clear that was not the case at all. So I have to go back a little bit so people can then understand, like I'll take some time, not a lot, but I have to go back to, for the modern audience or the young audience, I should say, because I thought I think I'm still modern, so at this age. But for the new, intelligent, dynamic audience, it's important for them to, they know Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, to understand a little bit more. So and I'll be quick, in the 80s and early 90s, it was all about big. With big, I mean like 6'4" plus, 6'3" plus, 300-pound plus athletes. That was the time in the early part of professional wrestling, WWE. So Hogan, like Warriors, Andre the Giant, Zeus, King Kong Bundy, and all these athletes, like Hercules, so Demolitions. You need to be big. You need to be very big. It's not that Bret Hart is small, but you need to be very, very, very big, very powerful. Like you have to be like a superhero. You need to have big muscles, 20-inch plus. So that was selling. That was Vince McMahon's idea, right? That what he was going. He had the sets, wrestling sets as well, the toys that were the most selling product for a while. And different stuff. So it was targeted towards like the younger audience to get connected with like the Superman or the He-Mans of that time in professional wrestling. All of that changed forcefully again. That the thing that happens organically is the best thing, right? Because all of these superstars, it's not that they're all clean now. Most of them are, but at that time, everyone was taking steroids, anabolic steroids. Everyone was taking. And they were jacked up. So US made it mandatory in 91, I believe, 90 or 91, that the steroids will have to be banned. Like the anabolic steroids, where you take them for performance enhancement. So professional wrestlers, because Vince McMahon requirement was to have big bodies, big muscles, they would always all take it. So including Hulk Hogan, So because of this ban, and of course professional wrestling is sports entertainment, but it was also applied to that. So that became a serious issue overnight, like how WWE will move forward. All of the superstars they have, developed or pushed are huge guys. So eventually Ultimate Warrior left WWE. Hulk Hogan had to leave. Vince McMahon had to request him that to leave because the investigation was going on. A lot of wrestlers were found in the dope test positive, and it became WWE went to a trial or court for that as well. So for Vince McMahon wanted to ensure, WWE took a huge toll in 91, early 92 to save the image of wrestling. Like he requested Hulk Hogan to leave then because Hogan wasn't tested. So if Hogan were to be tested, and at that time when Hogan was like biggest thing ever, it could have really, maybe they could have gone out of business. So it was that bad. So they changed Psycho Sid Justice at that time, Psycho Sid, Shawn Michaels bodyguard, everyone left, right? Not everyone, like most of the top names either left or they were caught by the federal board. So Vince McMahon had to make a decision like, where will the company go now? Where will the company go? How should he operate? And Bret Hart was, and both of them, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, like the guys who were not like 6'4" plus, 300-pound plus, but the top performers. Shawn Michaels was in Rockers, the tag team with Marty Jannetty. Outstanding matches you can see. Bret Hart was in Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Bret Hart had already amazing single matches with Mr. Perfect, Roddy Piper. So Bret Hart was pushed by Vince McMahon to be the guy, to be the next phase of this new era, who is not a huge guy and who is so technical. So he relied on him. 1992, I'm talking about. So Ric Flair was the champion who came from WCW. Bret Hart defeated Ric Flair. Rest is history. So I'll move forward. So I had to mention that Shawn Michaels was like the Intercontinental Champion at that time. Bret Hart was the World Champion, and both of them like really in the one of the most difficult time for WWE, they carried the company, and with their matches, with their unbelievable performances, storylines, I don't think so I have ever seen any two wrestlers like that. So it became a real life competition then. Like Bret Hart was ahead of Shawn Michaels and from 92 onwards, but Shawn Michaels came on his own. But outstanding matches. They pushed each other to limit. 93, 94, eventually winning the Rumble in 95, losing to Diesel. And then, so Shawn Michaels' popularity like came very close to Bret Hart's. So Bret Hart was the dominant champion from 92 to 96. Of course, losing to Yokozuna and other in the middle. So moving forward, after giving this perspective so people can understand. So they were friends first from the tag team, different tag team at that time, but they started building animosity from 94 to 96. They didn't really like each other. They had backstage fights, many issues. They both wanted to be the number one, like in real. So eventually Shawn Michaels won the second back-to-back Royal Rumble, the second Royal Rumble in 96, and Bret Hart was the champion. That was the Iron Man match I'm talking about, the 60-minute, in which Shawn Michaels defeated Bret Hart and won the title. So now when Shawn, and it was a good move, I would say it was a great move. Bret Hart was the dominant person. Shawn Michaels was working so hard and eventually won. That was all great. So Bret Hart was told or promised by Vince McMahon that you do the favors here. Bret Hart never had any issue. Like they didn't like each other. Bret Hart never said he won't lose to Shawn Michaels at the first place. So the match at WrestleMania 12, they had no issue. Bret Hart was more than fine to let Shawn Michaels take the spot. More than fine. No issue. No, it doesn't exist anywhere. But Bret Hart was told, here is the thing. After giving all the perspective and how both of them carried the wrestling forward with such changing landscapes, Bret Hart was said that next year, 97 WrestleMania 13, in a rematch, you will win against Shawn Michaels, the second match. And that's where it all went wrong. Bret Hart took a leave because he was really exhausted. He was fighting for years. And for 6 months, he took a leave. He came back. So when he was coming back, Eric Bischoff, and it's 96, before Bret Hart came back to WWE in October 96. WCW were already huge in May, June 96 with the NWO Angle, Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon going there. So Eric Bischoff contacted Bret Hart to join WCW. So overall, long story short, Bret Hart showed loyalty towards WWE as someone who grew up in the company. His father trained many wrestlers, and the how he carried the company with pride and had a great relationship with Vince McMahon. So, but Eric Bischoff insisted that at least have a talk. Bret Hart said, we can have a talk. They had a talk, and in that talk, Bret Hart declined, that he don't want to join WCW, with all due respect, and thanked Eric Bischoff for his gesture. But Eric Bischoff said, okay, at least tell me something what you want. Just tell me anything. I'll do it for you. Anything. Bret said, how much is Hulk Hogan making in WCW? Bischoff laughed and said, that's ridiculous. And I can't even tell. But Bret Hart said, you said anything. So he said 5 million plus. He said, I want the same, exactly the same. And maybe more, 1 penny more. Then I'll come to WCW. So even Eric Bischoff, after a while, after a few days, called him and said, we can work on it. I can match your pay for Hulk Hogan. But Bret Hart told Vince McMahon that he will come back to WWE in 1996. But Bret Hart did tell Vince McMahon what Eric Bischoff is paying him, what he is ready to pay him, up till which extent. Vince McMahon, WWE, who were not doing that great at the time because WCW already were defeating them on Monday Night Wars and taking their superstars, told Bret Hart that I would love you to be here. I appreciate your loyalty. So let's find some solution. After a few days, Vince McMahon, with his lawyers, came up with a 20-year contract for Bret Hart in 1996. That was to expire in 2016. And that 20-year contract was 3 to 4 years as a professional wrestler on whatever wage. And then 16, 17 years loyalty. Of course, not huge, nothing like a WCW, what Eric Bischoff was offering, maybe 20% of that, but spread of over 20 years to show financial stability. That even when you retire, we'll pay you a good enough amount for being loyal to us. Bret Hart and Vince McMahon agreed, and a 20-year, infamous 20-year, bro, 20-year contract was signed between Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. WCW eventually started getting more and more dominant with the NWO, and they were hitting the peak, and WWE were struggling. And so much so, the attendance, sponsorship, gate, revenue, ratings declined very bad. So after signing this deal, after a couple of months, like Vince McMahon was thinking how he can entertain Bret Hart's 20-year deal. He realized he made a mistake of signing Bret Hart on this deal. Keep this in mind and decide, and audience can figure what they want from this. So moving forward now to the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart situation. So Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were to face at WrestleMania 13, right? So I'm talking of both things side by side. Back to Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. I'm now in 97 when this event happened. So Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, yes. So Shawn Michaels was the champion, right? And he first lost to, he defeated Bret Hart, right? He eventually lost to Psycho Sid, in 97 Survivor Series, but in the rematch at San Antonio, Texas, at his hometown at the Royal Rumble in front of 62,000 fans, Shawn Michaels defeated Sid to become the champion again. And then it was supposed to be Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Everything was set before Shawn Michaels told Vince McMahon and told everyone that he has lost his smile, he is injured, he cannot participate at WrestleMania. And Shawn Michaels was not a part of WrestleMania 13, to which there is no proof. A lot of spectators, analysts, skeptics, and Bret Hart say that it was Shawn Michaels played politics. Shawn Michaels deliberately acted that he's injured. He was never injured. There is no injury. He never had any operation. He didn't want to drop the title to Bret Hart. He did not want to face Bret the Hitman Hart. That's where it really got bad. Bret Hart was like, okay, he's not giving me my spot. Then the main event was Undertaker versus Sid. Good for Undertaker. He won the title. And a positive thing, let's see what positive came out of it. I'll say there's some positive came out of it. We saw the infamous, one of the best matches ever between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin instead of WrestleMania 30. So you can see how good Bret Hart, and why I and many rated him, even though his promised title and his second match with Shawn Michaels, in which he had to win, did not go through, but he, with Stone Cold Steve Austin, planned one of the best matches ever. What a professional man. So moving forward, when Shawn Michaels came back, let's go now to the end of this now. SummerSlam 1997, so 3 months before the event, right? Undertaker was the champion as he won the title at WrestleMania, right? By defeating Sid. So the match was between Bret Hart and Undertaker at SummerSlam 97, with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. So over here, of course, Bret Hart won the title when Shawn Michaels was to hit Bret Hart with the chair, but Bret Hart ducked, hit Undertaker, and Bret Hart got the pin. It was a horrible move, in my opinion, from Vince McMahon when he told Bret Hart that he cannot entertain your deal. And we are talking about late August. 2.5 months before or 3 months before Montreal Screwjob, when Bret Hart and WWE already know or knew he's leaving because Vince McMahon requested him to go to WCW. I cannot pay you. Why, first of all, put the belt on Bret Hart? Why? Audience need to think and make their own points, right? Okay. Bret Hart, and in the meantime, Bret Hart contacted, of course, before SummerSlam and talked to Eric Bischoff. He didn't want to do it. He was very sad, and he said that I'm coming to WCW, and this is what happened. But of course, he was then signed at 2.8 million, which was not like close to 5, which could have happened back then. But Bret Hart took it like he was not happy at all, but he realized that Vince McMahon is not able to go through the contract, so he'll go.
All right, people. So this is going to be something that I post in full on the channel in a couple of days. But we are about an hour away from the start of this. So let me see what's being said, if anything, from WWE or AAA. Let me see if they've said anything. Am I not seeing it? Cool. This is what I'm looking for. But as I said, all of this will be done soon. Interesting. Look up Lucha Libre instead. Wait, I need to do something first before. Sorry, I need to do something first before I proceed. Which, okay, I have one notification, so I don't understand why it wasn't working before. Anyways, Lucha Libre. Oh, here it is. I thought I was following it. I wasn't following it on this account. Okay, it is. So. Okay, so nothing new. So we have an hour to spare still. So I'll be back.
La gloria está esperando en esta gran celebración.
Y cuando suene el rugido de la gente, sabremos que llegó el momento.
Lucha, 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 sin final.
Bajo las estrellas de la catedral, somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, 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 sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor.
Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda en cada canción.
Se levantan los sueños una vez más. Cada caída nos enseña a avanzar. Entre las cuerdas se puede encontrar la historia que el mundo recordará.
La bandera ondea sobre la ciudad, la pasión de nuestra gente nunca morirá. Desde la primera fila hasta el último lugar, todos somos parte de esta inmensidad.
Y cuando el destino llame a la puerta, ningún guerrero se da vuelta. Lucha, 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 sin final.
Bajo las estrellas de la catedral, somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, 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 sin temor.
Que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda en cada canción. lucha sin final, que retumbe todo México y más, bajo una sola voz, una pasión, somos eternos en esta celebración. Lucha, 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 sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda en cada canción. La noche apenas comienza. ¡Que viva la lucha libre! Las luces ya comienzan a brillar, se siente el fuego en cada lugar. La multitud no deja de cantar, esta noche nadie va a parar.
Máscaras al cielo, corazón de campeón. Cada paso retumba dentro de la arena y la pasión. Historias que se escriben con sudor y convicción. La gloria está esperando en esta gran celebración.
Y cuando suene el rugido de la gente, sabremos que llegó el momento. Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral. Somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción se levantan los sueños una vez más. Cada caída nos enseña a avanzar. Entre las cuerdas se puede encontrar la historia que el mundo recordará.
La bandera ondea sobre la ciudad, la pasión de nuestra gente nunca morirá. Desde la primera fila hasta el último lugar, todos somos parte de esta inmensidad.
Y cuando el destino llame a la puerta, ningún guerrero se da vuelta.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral.
Somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción la arena vibra ya, nadie nos detendrá. La historia vivirá por siempre, por siempre. Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, que retumbe todo México y más, bajo una sola voz, una pasión, somos eternos en esta celebración.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción
Alrighty, so we have 42 minutes to go before the start of the episode for June 13th. For Lucha Libre Worldwide Triple A, of course, we know that we'll have the 2-on-1 handicap match, Golden Jacket and Galio versus Galino. Galino will have to take on these two individuals. And as we saw from the Lucha Libre Aaa or Triple A X account, that Galino is just looking to get that win. He doesn't care about how it's done, just to get the win. Will he get the win? It's going to be the interesting thing, but I really hope so, because I don't like to see when somebody's outnumbered and they're, of course, placed in a situation where they may end up losing because of that reason. So we're getting closer to the start of it. We have two people watching on Twitch. If you haven't already, I'm asking you, drop a follow to the Twitch. It's right there. So if you're on Twitch and you've just stumbled upon the stream, drop a follow as well if you're on Twitch, so that we can get closer to growing as a community. So we have two people watching currently on Twitch. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. And if you haven't already, do follow and also come on to YouTube as well. It's the Wrestling Scope. So if you're on Twitch, come over to the YouTube and drop a subscribe as well. And then you can, of course, go and watch, on Twitch again if you're so desire. But thank you very much for tuning in that sense. So we see win Mr. Iguana. Hopefully we see that happen for sure. Hopefully that will end up being the case. That's my hope. But I'll be back. I'm just trying to organize everything so that when I'm supposed to start watching it, I'll be able to see it. So I'll be back in just a few. No misleading concept here. As one sport is just my watch log. You'll only hear my voice. You won't hear anything else. You just hear my voice. That's in the title. It's very explicitly in the title. So if you don't see it, then that's on you. But I ensure that I specify.
Que se escuche hasta el cielo esta pasión. Esta noche escribimos la historia. Corre con el viento, miles de voces cantan al compás, una sola fuerza que no caerá jamás. Las luces brillan sobre la ciudad, la emoción se siente en cada lugar. Aquí los sueños cobran realidad y los valientes buscan inmortalidad. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada pesar. Somos los reyes del ring, el mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir, la gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará. Cada máscara guarda una verdad, historias de lucha y de dignidad, generaciones que vienen detrás, manteniendo viva la identidad. El rugido crece, se siente vibrar, como un trueno que no va a callar. La arena completa se pone a cantar, porque sabe que algo grande va a pasar. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada canción. Somos los reyes Somos los reyes del ring, dejando la vida, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, haciendo más fuerte esta tradición. Somos los reyes del ring, el mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir, la gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión jamás morirá.
I have no idea.
Que siga sonando la emoción, porque la lucha vive en el corazón.
It's getting closer. You can feel it. Lights go down, shadows close. Something's coming, feel it slow. In the silence, hear the sound of a storm that's gathering now. Every second ticking loud. Energy inside the crowd, holding breath, anticipation, waiting for the confrontation.
Alright, people, so we're 35, I should say, 35 minutes away from the start of Lucha Libre Aaa. I need to put myself back on the camera. So, as we said, I've had to start anew with a wrestling channel because of some circumstances that took place with the one I had before. So, if you're new, do drop a like on the stream, do subscribe as well. But we are 35 minutes away from the start of such a thing that I've mentioned. Now, I have nothing to talk about, not honestly, because there's nothing more. You just have to just wait for it to start. I don't know what to speak about. So, right now I just feel like to just stay quiet, play some music, and then as soon as it starts, we go there, because there's nothing to really talk about, in all honesty. So, I'm just gonna do that. I'll be here waiting until the start of Aaa. We'll see what happens there. So, yeah.
Las luces ya comienzan a brillar, se siente el fuego en cada lugar. La multitud no deja de cantar, esta noche nadie va a parar.
Máscaras al cielo, corazón de campeón. Cada paso retumba dentro de la arena y la pasión. Historias que se escriben con sudor y convicción. La gloria está esperando en esta gran celebración.
Y cuando suene el rugido de la gente, sabremos que llegó el momento. Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral. Somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción se levantan los sueños una vez más. Cada caída nos enseña a avanzar. Entre las cuerdas se puede encontrar la historia que el mundo recordará.
de nuestra gente nunca morirá. Desde la primera fila hasta el último lugar, todos somos parte de esta inmensidad.
Y cuando el destino llame a la puerta, ningún guerrero se da vuelta. Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, bajo las estrellas de la catedral. Somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción. La arena vibra ya, nadie nos detendrá. La historia vivirá por siempre, por siempre. Lucha, lucha, lucha sin final, que retumbe todo México y más. Bajo una sola voz, una pasión, somos eternos en esta celebración.
Lucha, lucha, lucha sin temor, que se escuche fuerte alrededor. Esta es la noche, siente la emoción, nace una leyenda
En cada canción. La noche apenas comienza. ¡Que viva la lucha libre! Que se escuche hasta el cielo esta pasión. Esta noche escribimos la historia. Suena la campana, ya llegó el momento. La adrenalina corre con el viento. Miles de voces cantan al compás. Una sola fuerza que no caerá jamás. Las luces brillan sobre la ciudad. La emoción se siente en cada lugar. Aquí los sueños cobran realidad y los valientes buscan inmortalidad. Manos arriba, que nadie se quede atrás. Esta energía nunca morirá. Somos los reyes del ring, luchando por todo, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, dejando una huella en cada empezar. Somos los reyes del ring, el mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir, la gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión nunca terminará. Cada máscara guarda una verdad, historias de lucha y de dignidad, generaciones que vienen detrás, manteniendo viva la identidad. El rugido crece, se siente vibrar, como un trueno
go to WCW, but he was very professional and was trying to give his best in his last days of WWE. So now, and so Bret Hart went to Survivor Series as the champion. Shawn Michaels had a match with Undertaker in September in your house, and which there was a lot of outside interference, and that they had a rematch in Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, where Kane made his debut. Shawn Michaels won. That match was okay, no problem. That match was supposed to be the winner will take on the champion. So Shawn Michaels won thanks to the interference of Kane. So Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. So my question to everyone is, why was this match set up, first of all? Why was Bret Hart given the WWE title by Vince McMahon at SummerSlam when Vince McMahon himself did not, you can say, respected the deal? But he was very professional and was trying to give his best in his last days of WWE. So now, and so Bret Hart went to Survivor Series as the champion. Shawn Michaels had a match with Undertaker in September in your house, and which there was a lot of outside interference, and that they had a rematch in Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, where Kane made his debut. Shawn Michaels won. That match was okay, no problem. That match was supposed to be the winner will take on the champion. So Shawn local one, thanks to the interference of.
Anyways, let's move on. We're 22 minutes away from the start of Lucha Libre Triple. So let's see what will happen there. All right, so I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I can do to try to rectify this problem, but so far nothing is working. Ay, dentro se pantrengo. So right, so let me see if I can change this layout to something better. Okay, I don't think I need to be sharing the screen anymore. Cool. So in closer to this, all of this. Let me just check my audio on something and I'll be back. Bear with me. Just bear with me for a second. So people, we are 70 minutes away from the start of Lucha Libre Triple A Saturday. Uno, dos, 2026 happens there. Let's see what will happen there. So 2026. So 26, 2026, Junio 13 o 13 de junio y 26. So we're going to see what happens. So much gracias. I don't know why I can't speak right now. But, pero, we move on. As I said, if you want to be able to watch it, go over to WWE's YouTube channel. This is me doing my watch along. Just ensuring that is no from the. I am not deceiving anybody to watch it. You are not going to be able to watch it here, and I'm sure it is very obvious if you read the title. So if you lack the ability to read, then that is your problem, not mine, because I ensure it's very clear and precise and very much obvious that watches this, whether it is on June 13, Unio, Todese. If you're watching this 2 months from now, 2 years from now, at this juncture, making it be known that you cannot NOT. No, you cannot watch it here. O escuchar. You either. So I'm just telling you. You know, I hope you're able to comprehend what I'm saying. Complain. Sorry, Tyrone. I'm doing essentially. This is strictly a watch along. You cannot watch it here. I'm specifying it once again. You can watch it here, and as I've said before, that my other got deleted, and I know for a fact that I constantly kept saying that you cannot. I said you cannot. So if that happens again, then I know that there's something wrong with the thinking of humanity, and that is my sign that I should stop interacting with humanity, because it makes no sense. So you cannot watch it here. Simple as that. I'm not saying it again. If you don't, that is your problem. That is a you problem. I've done my part. I've done my fair bid. I'm just doing my ensuring that people are aware of the fact that you cannot watch it here. With that being said, we're 12 minutes away from the start. I'm going to be YouTube channel. So if you're in the location or that is going to be able to see it when it is live in approximately 12 minutes, you can head over there, drop a like on the stream, and then you can depart. I'm not forcing you to stay here, but drop like at least the bare minimum and subscribe to the channel, and you can go there after that stream. And it's very, very clear. It's in the title. It's big in bold. Watch along. So if you don't understand that, that's a thank you very much. That being said, though, to those who have stuck around, we have 5 people. Much appreciation. We still have no followers on Twitch, though, not understanding what's going on there. I that's very interesting. Very interesting that that's the case. We move. But yes, that is the situation. So I have no idea what the hell just happened, or this thing just disconnected. Anyways, thank you to the one which oh my gosh. Yes, so we are approximately start of Lucha Libre for Trece de Junio. So we're gonna see what happens. As we know, AAA or Lucha Libre AAA is uno hora. So we'll see 1 hour show on a weekly basis. We have 3 matches that announced. We have the Mega Championship. What am I saying? Not the Mega Championship. What am I saying? The Mixed Championship. Mr. Iguana and Lolas, the likes of my right now. Dios mío. Where this thing? What's going on here? What is going? Seriously, what is going on? No, that's not it. I cannot find it. What happened to the word? You're taking the piss. Taking the actual piss. You're telling me that after I created these captions so that I can easily follow what match is going now, they have been deleted. You're joking. Anyways, when it rains, it pours. That's what they say. So anyway, so what will be taking place? So the mixed match between Guanalola Vice versus Joaquin Wild. That's the name I was forgetting. And La Hadera. So that tag team championship match is taking place. It will be interesting to see if that will be the main event. But of course, we also have the 2-on-1 cap match. We have Doce contra Uno. That match is going to be taking place. Galino versus the likes of Golden Jack and Galio. Of course, we have the 6-man tag team match. Los Viperos versus La Palca, Ocon Jr. Pascal. So we're going to be seeing these 3 matches taking place on Lucha Libre Sábado 13 de junio y 26. We're going to be seeing that. So June 13, 2006, junio 13, 2026. To see what happens there. But yes, we are approximately 8 minutes, 8 minutes from the start of the following program. So we have 4 people watching on Twitch. Much of asking once again that you follow the Twitch account. So it's one thing to be watching, but at least it's the least you can do, man. It's very simple. It doesn't take more than 2 seconds, I'm sure, to just click that. So thank you very much. We are aiming for higher heights as we try to build again from the ground up. So thank you very much for tuning in on Twitch. And thank you very much for tuning in as well. So we're getting closer to start. I'm just hoping that things rapidly within that sense. So we know we have 10, still have 0 followers on Twitch. But I'm going to be trying to be consistent here. We'll see what happens there. We're going to see what happens as it. But 7 minutes to go. I'm going to take a short intermission because I am literally having a migraine from frustration. I'll be back 2 minutes. Momentito.
Se siente la fuerza en el aire. Una noche para recordar. Que retumbe toda la arena. Somos los reyes del ring, dejando la vida, nacimos así, con fuego en el alma y fuerza interior, haciendo más fuerte esta tradición. Somos los reyes del ring, el mundo nos mira, nos quiere seguir, la gloria nos llama, la vamos a encontrar, porque esta pasión jamás morirá. Que siga sonando la emoción, porque la lucha vive en el corazón.
All right, people. So we're 3 minutes away from the start of the full episode of Lucha Libre Aaa, June 13, 2026. Once again, I'm imploring individuals. So we have 5 people watching now on YouTube. So it's funny. From 4 or 5 on YouTube now. So for the 5 people watching, and of course, the first question that I see is, we watch it here, or you cannot watch it here. It's, my gosh. It is very that people fail to read. Reading is essential for you to be able to ask sons. No, you cannot watch it here. It is explicitly said in the title that this is a watch-along. So you can either decide to watch this stream alongside watching it wherever you're able to access it legally, and then we proceed. You cannot watch it here. Or if you can watch here is my taking place. That is what a watch-along is. So no, you cannot. Thank you for tuning in. Again, it is in the title. It is strictly a watch-along. So you asking if you can watch it here is a question that is sick, quite frankly, because it's in the title that you cannot watch it here. But thank you very much for tuning in. Anyways, we proceed. We are getting closer to the start, and hopefully some enticing things taking place. So I might have to use my phone, watch it. So we have much for tuning in. Much appreciation to all of you people. Gracias. On YouTube and now 3 watching on Twitch. If you haven't already, once again, I'm imploring you to follow the Twitch account. For those who are watching it on Twitch, please follow. It's very simple. I am begging you to follow. That is how they help the Twitch account to get pushed to more individuals as we proceed further. So thank you to the people watching right now. Before, you cannot watch it here. If you want to be able to watch it, there's only options. You either wait until it's an hour's time when they upload it onto YouTube, and then you're able to see what you hear. And I'm not going to be misleading anybody and telling them that you can, because that is not true. And I'm misleading, nor am I not going to tell you what is not the truth. So so you cannot watch it here. You can watch me this watch along, but you can't watch it here. I'm very sorry. I hope that is very clear to you, but you cannot watch it here. Like, we have, okay, I don't know what is going on now. I guess people are just waiting to see if when this stream will be closer to, what am I saying? When Lucha Libre Aaa will be closer to joining. We know 12 people watching here on Twitch. Thank you very much, Sean. Once more, I'm going to give this disclaimer. You cannot watch it here. Just letting you know. And if you are new, once again, we still have 0 followers. I'm asking you to follow the Twitch account. For Wrestling Vision on Twitch and the Wrestling Scope on YouTube. If you are on Twitch, you can come over to the YouTube channel, the Wrestling Scope. You're watching on Twitch, no access to YouTube, or you decide that you only want to be on YouTube, on Twitch, I should say, and not YouTube, at least on Twitch account. I'm begging you, please. But anyways, that being said, it's now time for that of Lucha Libre Aaa Wrestling, and we're gonna be in 3 matches guarantee. But here we go, people. It has started. And of course, it's meant. Drop a follow, please. I'm asking you. I'm begging you, people. Drop a follow. Subscribe. On 10 subscribers here on YouTube, and we have 0 followers on Twitch. Will happens. I will be concurrently on YouTube and on Twitch in the future. What platform is better? Is YouTube better to use, or is it Twitch? I will see what happens. I'm enjoying something. I cannot believe that we have 50 people watching on Twitch and we still have 0 followers. It is unbelievable. I don't understand. It's not making sense. It's puzzling. But anyways, Galino is big. We have the NXT Women's Champion, and of course, also one half of the main team champion. Of course, we see Mr. Iguana beside her. There we go. And we hear Corey Graves speaking. Drop a follow. Thank you very much to the one person who just said. Thank you very much. Watching on Twitch, 0 on YouTube. Once more, if you are so inclined, do come over to the YouTube channel, The Wrestling Scope, and drop a subscription to the YouTube channel as we try to get to subscribers. Yes, I've had to rebuild from getting 1,000 subscribers and getting 4,000 watch hours on YouTube in 3 months to now having 7 watch hours and 10 subscribers on our channel and a redo. But anyways, that being said, some milk and spoiled milk and focus on this. Galino comes out first. He will be having a disadvantage. He'll be 2 other individuals match. Let me ensure that I put that picture up right now so that are not able to watch it, they are able to understand what the hell I'm talking about. So Galino, this golden jacket and Galio is gonna be kicking us off. First, Galeno. I'm saying Galino, it's Galeno. I beg your pardon. Galeno. Lo siento. But let me see if I can add this back. Now it's time for golden ticket and Galio out. Here's Galio. And we go, and Galio getting the better of them. Here we go. Here we go, people. And of course, once more, we're having an event happening next week. Lucha Libre in Merida, Mexico, as usual.
Here we go.
Think of the lineage possessed by Galeno, John, the youngest son of none other than the legendary Dr.
The Wagner Jr. Here we go.
Legacy is one of the great families in Lucha Libre history. You know, there's so much tradition. And you've seen we got to see one of the greatest matches, mass versus mass, in history. One of the greatest matches. And I'll tell you what, I certainly am happy. We finally got rid of Rey Mysterio. I've been trying to get rid of him for 30 years. Maybe I'll have a feeling Ray will be back sooner than later. But right now, Golden Jacket swinging with everything left in his bag. We expected destruction, and this man is over.
Wow.
A double order of busted backs, courtesy of the evil doctor. I mean, what do you have for Golden Jacket and Galio? Run.
Galio.
Just get out of the ring. And if I were them, I would have put on Sus's mask. Now, I'm not wrestling under my own hand. Well, the Aztec giant certainly living up to his billing. It feels like the end, which might be merciful if you're the jacket as Galeno. Suplex. John, it looks like he's just making stuff up. He's like, I'm gonna grab him like this. I'm gonna grab his leg, and I'm gonna clear the deck. Cannonball. For the love of God, call it off. Tarantes. These kids will be hired to it someday.
Oh. Look at that one.
My goodness, the Aztec giant just having his way with Galio and Golden Jacket. And look at
Golden
this
Jacket
monster.
is down. And Galeno goes up on the frog splash.
That's the Tyrant splash.
Frog
It
splash.
sure is. See that says Jurassic Park. And Galeno with an offering to the Aztec gods.
And what a win.
Let's bring some
And that match was a quick one. Galeno just squashes Golden Jacket. Galio. Galeno gets the win in 7 minutes.
right, John. Guzzle these two young guys. Pure decimation from the opening bell. 285 pounds of monstrosity.
All right, so that's that.
From the top
Let's move on.
of
Let's
black,
next.
as you called it, John. And the ending was just elementary. Just grabbed him by the bell and going across
And
up and sitting up.
Galeno just
What a-
goes up the ramp.
That was fun. Another Dame tres. Ahora.
Lo tienes, lo tienes. All right, there's going. Okay, now they talk about Triponomia that's coming in play. Evento de dos noches tonight.
Night one is live from the theater in
Ah.
This is Lucha Libre at its best. Night two is live in Mexico City.
Yeah, the second I will be in Mexico.
September 11th and Sunday, September 13th.
Okay, interesting. Mexico. Verano. Sábado, julio de 25 de julio. All right,
But we're back into the action.
Inside Ignacio Olympico era Corey Graves, JBL, and John, it is time for traditional
Here is Lucha Libre match coming up next, people.
favorite groups. I love these guys. Nothing but straight physicality.
Here we go.
Three bad hombres.
Here we go, people. This is the next match. Los Vipers versus La Polka, Octagon Jr. and El Fiscal. The crowd is saying boo, 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 boo. But
John Lowe's fun opportunity to once again potentially put their hands on El Fiscal, the actual son of the Negro. No shortage of bad blood in this one. No, there's incredible bad blood here. About who the father chose, the name being, these guys simply do not like each other at all. I love it. Let them fight. JBL. Yes, sir. As the prosecutor, El Fiscal, makes his way to the ring, looking to honor the legacy of his father, the original Abismo Negro. Damos la bienvenida a Ciudad de México. Sangre real. Fiscal. And you heard the ring announcement on El San Real Blood. The of Abismo Negro. El Fiscal fighting for left tonight against Los Vipers, but he's got serious back. Former Latin American champion El Fiscal came with some buddies. One of the most popular and well-respected winners in Octagon Jr.
Octagon Jr.
Former Latin American champion and you can popular luchadors of all time. Así es, en Ciudad de México, la fiesta continúa. Junior.
Octagon Jr.
Octagon Lesson showing in a five-way #1 contenders match last week to crown a new #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship.
And La Polka comes out next.
Talk about the popularity of Octagon Jr., JBL. How about this match? The Polka's popularity. You can't talk wrestling in Texas without firearms. You can't talk Lucha Libre in Mexico or anywhere in the world without La Parca. This man is simply tied in to the Mexican culture and the Lucha Libre. Así está, el que se el ídolo de una nueva generación. ¿Cómo lo recibe de México? Aquí está. What an ovation for La Parca. Tonight in Mexico City, when the bell rings, the work begins. John, what's your strategy if you're Los Vipers in this one? Yeah, they're terrific, three great individuals, and that is the key. They're going to work together as a team, isolate these guys. They're not used to work together. They're three competitors, but they're not a great three-man team. Not yet. We can't overlook the fact that Octagon Jr. is
There we
a
go.
trios champion, but I do agree the chemistry of those Vipers on a different level. Big athleticism off the opening bell. This is something you got to see as well as Lucha Libre crowd. We see every single week this product in wrestling. It's the
Here we go.
entertainment thing. You've got to feel this Mexican crowd in person sometimes. promotion they have here. I know it may pain you. We got to give credit to our new general manager, Rey Mysterio. Announcement of a historic week to Mexico. The return of Raw and SmackDown alongside Triple Mania here in Mexico City as well as Las Vegas. A historic
Uno, dos. Oh.
Yeah, now listen, I give Rey Mysterio a huge credit for that. That was a terrific announcement and something that is absolutely fantastic and groundbreaking of what it's going to be. We're covering two different countries, Triple Mania. If there was any doubt that AAA is the hottest brand in the world today,
Tags in. Oh.
Octagon Jr. from the top continuing
We got an Octagon Jr. here.
of the powerhouse of those Vipers, Taurus. All the talent that to come be part of AAA.
El Fiscal. Let's look at that.
The world finally finding out what Mexico is known
Oh,
all
look at that.
along. As Octagon Jr. once again
Octagon the ducks underneath. Oh.
when facing off against the Luchador, saying Rey
Oh, that reverse. Oh, look at that. Lovely Octagon Jr.
Luchador, a luchador. So you don't want to have a wrestler. You don't try to outbox him. They're two
Here we go.
different.
And La Parca comes back in.
Whatever that is. Face to face and Abismo Negro Jr. tagging in.
El Fiscal, I beg your pardon. El Fiscal comes in.
El Fiscal his hands on Abismo Negro, the man who stole his father's name. Say he. It's Abismo Negro. Abismo Negro says that Abismo Negro, the original, the name, because he liked El Fiscal. He was disappointed in it as a son.
And here is La Parca.
I don't know how true it may be. He wouldn't lie to me, would he? Absolutely not, John. I don't know why anyone entertain such a as La Parca. Never too intense to have a little fun. It is so nice out here, that Mysterio. Stretch your legs and enjoy the space, John. It won't last long.
Oh. Oh, La Parca kick up. Big head there.
La Parca rings the bell of Taurus with that step up Insigiri reversal. High Taurus, up and over La Parca.
Oh.
That supernatural athleticism driving the fans wild in Mexico City.
Oh.
Unorthodox.
Oh. Again.
Has become
La Parca. Hold on.
cultural hero. Almost in the same vein, El Grande America, John. Only one. We now have only one. It was an unbelievable match. I was so proud to call the live of 10 lifetimes and never see anything better than that. But I still think the wrong Americano, just like Davis, just like the wrong guy to be general manager.
Wow.
So
JB is adamant that Rey Mysterio should not be the GM of Lucha Libre Aaa. Triple A. La 3-on-1 on La Parca. Oh, spinning kick. Los Vipers. Oh, uno, dos. Oh, kick.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the guy wrestled someone like Chad Gable, but you didn't realize it at the time. How did he do? And I think this is what we're of this match. The team chemistry of those Vipers, John, just proving to be too much for the opposition. That's right. If you look at any singles match, the Parker is an overwhelming favor against any of these guys. No offense to them, but in a triple threat team match, these guys are by far the classic strategy being employed, essentially cutting the ring in half, keeping the
Become a handicap man now.
and another tag made between those Vipers. You always want to have somebody standing in between LaParca and his help. And another triple team incoming. Colossal impact. Couldn't do it. And credit to LaParca. For keeping this match alive for his. Parker needs to find a way to get out of that ring, though. Needs to find a way to get fresh Parker in.
Oh, La Parka reversal there. Going for German suplex, but it's kept. Oh, slams down. Look at that. La Parka trying to get. He's trying to get to Pascal. Oh, and attack. There we go. Beg your pardon, I keep saying Pascal. Big kick. Crossbody there by Torres thrown to the outside here. Here we go. Big punch here. Big punch again. El Piscal going here. Here we go. Oh. Pistol is still to the outside.
Junior solo with hysteria. Big forearm rocks hysteria. Down goes Octagon.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
A rare miscalculation between those fighters. Taking flight, bones and
La Parka. Oh, big kick to the head. Insecure. Here, is this the end of the match? Oh, he's going for it. Oh. Uno, dos, tres, and that's the end. Elfin, the end of the. We'll see what. Octagon, La Parka, and El Pascal get the win. Anyways, alright, so they're going to be having an ad break, so I'm going to be taking a break as well.
Left it all in the ring. The moonsault fall away slam from the.
Las luces ya comienzan a brillar, se siente el fuego en cada lugar, la multitud no deja de cantar, esta noche nadie va a parar.
Máscaras al cielo, corazón de campeón, cada paso retumba dentro de la arena y la pasión, historias que se escriben con sudor y convicción, la gloria está esperando en esta gran celebración.
Y cuando suene el rugido de la gente, sabremos que llegó el momento.
Lucha, 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 sin final,
Bajo las estrellas de la catedral, somos el orgullo de una tradición, llevando la fuerza dentro del corazón.
lucha, lucha.
All right, here we have another match. We have another match coming up now.
Y cuando el destino ya
Here we go. Omos coming out next, I should say. Omos coming out. All right, let's see what's gonna happen next. Oh, almost lifts him up. Wow, man. Look at that. Almost down and springs him back off the rope. Corey Graves saying Omos is what nightmare you're made of. Crazy. Oh, going for the Omos. Look at that. And he slams them down for the choke slam. Here we go. Almost house him up and he drops it. And Omos just wins. No surprise there that Omos won. Oh, my.
Yeah, the Tuxicas has been absolutely dominant. They've had everything going their way. This is one of the first times we've seen
Wow.
the Tuxicas was not in control and did not come out with the outcome that they wanted. Unfortunately for Las Toxicas, La Catalina got exactly what she wanted and sent a message to the Reina de Reinas champion. La Catalina pinning Lara. Well, as tensions continue to run high after Noche de los Grandes.
Look at that. Lola Vice and Mr. Iguano versus La Hidera and it's coming up next as well. Oh my gosh, shut up.
As AAA continues to set the world ablaze, next week we will all witness the return of the one and only El Único, El Solo,
Semania, El Grande Americano returns.
for the first time since Mask versus Mask. And Americano, not the only highly anticipated return.
Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio will be live next week right here on AAA. And he's not here in person tonight. He's handling general manager business. We will find out exactly what is on the mind
Rey Mysterio.
as he returns with another
Rey Mysterio's an announcement.
next week here on AAA. A JBL, it is main event time. with
Here is the main event.
Tag team gold up for grabs. Yes, sir.
Here we go. LWO. Latin World Order.
John, we know
La Hida and Joaquin Wilder.
Mr. Iguana has been suffering from something of a broken heart. How good would it feel for La Hiedra and Joaquin Wild to get your gold at of Mr. Iguana and his new speeds? Yeah, you can't trust the lizard. You simply can't trust three things. And he let La Hiedra ever win, and I simply don't blame her. Joaquin Those are terrible streaks. That's why you should level La Reina Tóxica. Ella no. La Hiedra.
La Hydra.
Aspiring member of Los Tóxicas to give you any
And here we go.
to be creeping in on your territory.
Joaquin Wild
Stupid hair. I mean, did he
and
lose
what
some fat?
and La Hydra. Here we go. Lola Vice.
Told me that beauty is his religion and he is the icon as the NXT Women's Champion. The mommy, Lola Vice, arrives. The young star.
And Mr. Iguana comes out too.
And something delightful, and that is Mr. Iguana. He's got salmonella. Iguana can be terrible creatures. For some reason, this little thing, damn near in Mexico, and every woman down there wants to date it. Ella es la campeona femenina de NXT.
NXT Women Champion.
Con ustedes, la mami de Miami, Lola Vice. Acompañado de la Jessica Pongas Verdes de Tijuana.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, people.
Suffering from a bit of herpetologist possible?
Here we go. The main event. Last 25 minutes of Triple A for
Yes, salmonella. I don't know how
Tres de Unio
2026. Here we go. Campeona, campeón de parejas, Mixitas Tripla.
Entirely sure it can be depending on the situation and what's available. Right now, Low Vice champion. John, in your opinion, has there been a woman on the roster here in Triple or NXT for that matter who has caught this recently? Absolutely not. NXT champion. She's done incredible well down here. Lucha Libre champion along with great little lizard. Everything
Here we go.
has done has been fantastic.
La Hydra has Lola Vice in hand. Boom. Lola Vice with reversal. Oh, what a move there. For the armbar here, Lola Vice. Will, oh my god. Was on one. Oh. Kick out there by Lola Vice. One. Oh. Rosa Udo. Oh, kick out by La Hydra. Uno. Joaquin Wild comes in. The Iguana takes Lias Joaquin Wild. The Iguana ducks underneath. Oh, big up. Hurricane out of there. Oh.
Goodness gracious. I'm calling Clarence Mason.
This kicks Iguana.
John, how important is it for Lycra as you do that? You don't want to compete with proper hair. I mean, it's much time styles.
There you go. Joaquin Wild here. Submission on Miss Iguana.
But John, as a member from Los Bucks, because
Iguana trying to to break the submission here by
the big match that they had with Bailey and Catalina, they lose that. It's such a high profile match. They wins here. You're the point, it knocks you off the pedestal, and at that point you start seeing flaws in your work. They see flaws in your character. They see you. You got to take that out. Inside cradle by Iguana. And kudos to Joaquin Wild, who's recently
Here we go.
found his footing here.
Oh, tornado DT by Joaquin Wild, and he's not done yet.
Joaquin Wild is incredibly talented star. He's an incredible athlete. He's an incredible wrestler. This got the hair sticking out of his head. Believe it or not, Jim, this is something of more. I've known Joaquin Wild for nearly 20 years. And once upon a time, his hair was even more ridiculous than it is now. Very hard to believe. If anybody needs to wear a mask, it should be Joaquin Wild. Be able to hold his head high tonight in Mexico City if he and La Hiedra are able to knock off the mixed tag team champions. Down goes Wild. Iguana looking for footing. But Joaquin just a step too quick. Now on the top. Charlie landing for Iguana. Hooks the far leg for the win and the gold. As far it looks like Joaquin Wild and La Hiedra have strategized relatively well for this opportunity. An incredible year. He's been up 100%. You see very little from Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana as far as offense. It's a perfect game plan. Wild now stomping on the fingers. Mr. Iguana. Do Iguana scratchable fingers?
Joaquin Wild loading on Mr. Iguana here.
That's what I do. I'm here to analyze honest. I got that in your Hall of Fame speech about WrestleMania, and now I'm analyzing Iguana claws. And I was like, from La Yandra, right kidneys.
This teasing him. Oh wow, big. Lodavice with a kick to the back. Look at that, shiny lizard there by Mr. Iguana. And La Hedra pulling at Lodavice's foot. And there we go. Lodavice is legal, and so is La Hedra. Lodavice sends him back into the ring. Lodavice with a big spinning kick. Spinning kicks. Ducks underneath it there. Lodavice. Oh, look at that with the quick kicks to the stomach. Agility, the speed of Lodavice is undeniable. Oh, big kick to Joaquin Wild. And big drop kick by Mr. Iguana. Hey, look at that. Oh, and they, oh my God. What's a move here? Lodavice brings up La Hedra. It slams it down. There go. Oh, kick out at 2 by La Hedra. Another kick. Here we go. Oh, La Hedra catches her. Spine buster. Oh, that one. La Hedra unloading a load of one punch back. Lola, the crowd cheers on Lola. Duck on any day by Lodavice. Oh, it slammed each other. Wow. Uno. Dos. Oh, kick up 2. This Iguana isn't done yet. Chop to the chest. Oh, big kick to Mr. Iguana. Joaquin Wild going for it. Oh, Mr. Iguana was out. Joaquin slams himself down. Oh, by Mr. Iguana. Uno, dos, tres. And they retain. What a moment. What a match. Lodavice.
Unfortunately for Las Toxicas, they weren't able to right the ship tonight as La Yandra and Joaquin Wild failed to capture it. Oh, wait a minute, John.
It's not over yet. La Hedra. Oh.
Oh man, he deserved that. La Yandra just tapped two-time.
Oh.
Good night, Joaquin.
Spinning punch there. Lodavice unloading on each other. Oh. Los Taxas comes in and Lodavice. Will Bailey and Catalina come out? What's going to happen here? Oh, here they are. Bailey, Catalina is out here. And Lodavice has backup. The crowd is chanting Bailey, Bailey. Oh, super kick there by Catalina. Oh. And she saves. And this is a way for them to say that the story isn't over. Bailey, Catalina, I know that. Done with Stasika. And that's it, people. The end of Lucha Libre Aaa for June 13. That is it. Thank you to those who will probably see this at a later date in the future. Thank you for tuning in. Another stream from me, albeit on a different channel. Stay safe. Adios.